I gave her cakes, and I gave her ale, and I gave her sack and sherry. I kissed her once, and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes, and I gave her ale, and I gave her gold down sherry. I kissed her once, and I stroked my beard, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes, and I gave her ale, and I gave her gold down sherry. I kissed her once, and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes, and I gave her ale, and I gave her gold down sherry. I kissed her once, and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes, and I gave her ale, and I gave her gold down sherry. I kissed her once, and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes, and I gave her ale, and I gave her gold down sherry. I kissed her once, and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes and bracelets fine, I gave her gold down dairy. I kissed her once, and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. Marry me hearts, marry me cocks, marry me sprites, marry, 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 marry me, hey down dairy. I kissed her once, and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Step it out, Mary, if ye can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Show your legs to the countryman. Show your legs to the countryman. In the village of Kiltorry, there's a maiden young and fair. Her eyes they shone like diamonds. She had locks of golden hair. When the countryman came courting, he came to the father's gate. Mounted on a milk-white stallion, he came with stroke of 8. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Step it out, Mary, if ye can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Show your legs to the countryman. Show your legs to the countryman. I have come to court your daughter, Mary of the golden hair. I have wealth, I have money, I have goods beyond compare. I will buy her silks and satins and a gold ring for her hand. I will build for her a mansion, she'll have servants to command. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Step it out, Mary, if ye can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Show your legs to the countryman. Show your legs to the countryman. But kind sir, I love a soldier. I pledge to him my hand. I don't want your wealth nor goods, I don't want your house nor land. But the father spoke up sharply, you'll do as you are told. You'll be married on this Sunday, you'll wear the ring of gold. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Step it out, Mary, if ye can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Show your legs to the countryman. Show your legs to the countryman. In the village of Kiltorry, there's a deep stream running by. They found Mary there at midnight, she drowned with a soldier boy. In the cottage there is music, you can hear the father say, step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, Sunday is your wedding day. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Step it out, Mary, if ye can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Show your legs to the countryman. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Step it out, Mary, if ye can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Show your legs to the countryman. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter. Step it out, Mary, if ye the countryman. Show your legs to the countryman.
I wish I was in Carrickfergus only for nights in Ballygrand. I would swim over the deepest ocean, the deepest ocean for my love to find. But the sea is wide and I can't swim over, and neither have I wings to fly. If I could find me a handsome boatman to ferry me over to my love and I. My childhood days bring back sad reflections of happy times I spent so long ago. My boyhood friends and my own relations have all passed on now like the melting snow. But I'll spend my days in endless roaming. Soft is the grass and my bed is free. Ah, to be back now in Carrickfergus on that long road down to the sea. And in Kilkenny it is reported there are marble stones there as black as ink, with gold and silver I would support her. But I'll sing no more now till I get a drink. I'm drunk today and I'm seldom sober, a handsome rover from town to town. Ah, but I'm sick now, my days are numbered. So come all ye young men and lay me down. I'll spend my days in endless roaming. Soft is the grass and my bed is free. on that long road down to the sea.
A lusty young smith at his vice stood a-filing. His hammer lay by, but his forge still aglow, when to him a buxom young damsel came smiling, and asked if to work at her forge he would go, with a jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle, with a jingle bang, jingle hi-ho. I will, said the smith, and they went off together. Unto the young damsel's forge they did go. They stripped to go to it, 'twas hot work in hot weather. She kindled a fire and soon made him glow, with a jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle, with a jingle bang, jingle hi-ho. Her husband, she said, no good work could afford her. His strength and his tools were worn out long ago. The smith said, well, mine are in very good order, and now I am ready my skill for to show, with a jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle, with a jingle bang, jingle hi-ho. Red hot grew his iron, as both did desire, he was too wise not to strike while 'twas so. She said, what I get out of the fire, so prithee strike home and redouble the blow, with a jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle, with a jingle bang, jingle hi-ho. 6 times did his iron by vigorous heating grow soft in her forge in a minute or so, and ere it was hardened, yet heating and beating, the more that it softened, it hardened more slow, with a jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle, with a jingle bang, jingle hi-ho. The smith then would go, quoth the dame, full of sorrow, what would I give could my husband do so? Good lad, with your hammer, come hither tomorrow. And pray won't you use it once more ere you go, with a jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle bang, jingle, with a jingle bang, jingle hi-ho, with a jingle bang, jingle with a jingle bang, jingle hi-ho. Well, I'll tell you a story that happened to me. One day as I went down to Yar by the sea, the day was hot and the sun it was warm. Says I, a quick pipe wouldn't do me no harm. I went in and I ordered a bottle of stout. The man says, I'm sorry, the beer's all sold out. Try whiskey, young Paddy, 10 years in the wood. I think I'll have cider, I've heard that it's good. But I never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I could not get up after drinking a quart of the Johnny Jump Up. After down in the third, I went out in the yard. I ran into Brophy, the big civic guard. Come here to me, boy, don't you know I'm the law? Well, I up with my fist, I shattered his jaw. He fell to the ground, his knees doubled up. 'Twas not I that what hit him, was a Johnny Jump Up.
Next thing I recall, down at Yard by the Sea was a cripple on crutches, and says he to me, I'm feared for my life, I'll be hit by a cart. Won't you help me across to the old Crow's Nest bar? But after a quart of the cider so sweet, he threw down his crutches and danced to his feet. But never, never, never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up after drinking a quart of the Johnny Jump Up. I went down the Lee Road, a friend for to see. They call it the Madhouse in Cork by the Lee. But when I got there, sure the truth I will tell, they had the poor bugger locked up in a cell. So the guard tested him. Say these words if you can. Around the ragged rascal ran. Tell them I'm not crazy, tell them I'm not mad. 'Twas only a sip of the cider I had. But I never, never, never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up after drinking a quart of the Johnny Jump Up. Well, a man died in the Union by the name of McNabb. They dressed him and laid him right out on the slab. And after O'Connor his measurements did take, his wife took him home to a bloody fine wake. The clock it was 12, the beer it was high, when the corpse he says up and says with a sigh, I can't get to heaven, they won't let me up until I bring 'em a quart of the Johnny Jump Up. But I never, never, never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I could not get up after drinking a quart of a Johnny Jump Up. But I never, never, never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I could not get up after drinking a quart of a Johnny Jump Up.
There is a ship and it sails the sea. It's loaded deep as deep can be,
but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not if I sink or swim.
the water is wide, I cannot get o'er, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I.
I lean my back up against an oak, thinking it was a trusty tree. But first it bent and then it broke. So to my love prove false to me.
I reached my hand in a red rose bush, thinking to pluck the sweetest flower, but then it pricked me to the bone, and so I left that flower alone. Now love is handsome and love is fine. Love is a jewel when first is new, but love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like the morning dew. The water is wide, I cannot get old, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. You brave Irish heroes, where'er you may be, I pray stand the moment and listen to me. Your sons and fair daughters are now going away, and thousands are sailing to lands far away. So good luck to those people, and safe may they land. They're leaving their country for far distant strand. They're leaving old Ireland, no longer to stay, and thousands are sailing to lands far away. On the night before leaving, they are bidding goodbye, and it's early next morning, their hearts give a sigh. They do kiss their mothers, and then they will say, farewell, dear old father, we must now go away. Their friends and relations, and the neighbors also, when the trunks they are packed up and ready to go, the tears from their eyes they fall down like the rain, and the horses are prancing, going off down the lane. So good luck to those people, and safe may they land. They're leaving their country for a far distant strand. They're leaving old Ireland, no longer to stay, and thousands are sailing to lands far away. When they do reach the dockside, you will hear their last cries, with handkerchiefs waving and bidding goodbye. Their hearts will be breaking upon leaving the shore. Farewell, dear old Ireland, will we ne'er see you more? I pity the mother who reared up the child and likewise the father who labored and toiled to try to support them. He worked night and day, and when they are reared up, they do go away. So good luck to those people, and safe may they land. They're leaving their country for far distant strand. They're leaving old Ireland, no longer to stay, and thousands are sailing to lands far away, and thousands are sailing to lands far away. Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, me mind and bent on rambling to Ireland I did fly. I stepped on board a vision and followed with a will, till next I came to anchor at the cross near Spansel Hill. Delighted by the novelty, enchanted with the scene, wherein my early boyhood so oft times I had been. I thought I heard a murmur, I think I hear it still. It's a little stream of water that flows down Spansel Hill. To amuse a passing fancy, I lay down on the ground, and soon my school companions were shortly gathered round. When we were home returning, we danced with bright goodwill to a fiddler's lively music on the road to Spansel Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's as fair as any lily and gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, crying, "Johnny, I love you still." She was a farmer's daughter, the pride of Spansel Hill. I dreamt she hugged and she kissed me, as in the days of yore. She said, "Johnny, you're only joking, like so many times before." The cock crew in the morning, it crew both loud and shrill, and I awoke in a cold, barren room, many miles from Spansel Hill. Four of us shares a room, work hard for the crack, getting up late on Sunday and never gets to Mass. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way it gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. When Friday night comes around, well, it's only good for fighting. Ma would like a letter home, but I'm just too tired for writing. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. The only time I feel alright is when I'm into the drinking. It eases up the pain of life and levels out my thinking. 'Cause it almost breaks my heart when I think of Rosalie. I promised I'd be coming back with my pockets full of green. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Sometimes I hear a fiddle play, or maybe it's just a notion. I dream I see white horses dance upon that other ocean. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Such a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Such a long, long way from Clare to here. A very long, long way from Clare to. Good luck to those people, and safe may they land. They're leaving their country for a far distant strand. They're leaving old Ireland, no longer to stay. And thousands are sailing to lands far away. And thousands are sailing to lands far away. The song of Gypsy Davy rang delighted through the night. The wise and foolish virgin kept her candle burning bright. Rise up, my young and foolish one, and follow if you can. There'll be no need for hot candles in the arms of such a man. Make love to each other, be free with each other, be prisoners of love till you lie in the sod. Be friends to each other, forgive one another, seek God in each other, be beggars to God. The night was cold and dark and wet as they traveled on alone. The sky became their canopy, and the earth became their throne. And as their raiment ran to rags, they thought it nothing wrong. For earth and sky are rope enough when you sing the gypsy song. Make love to each other, be free with each other, be prisoners of love till you lie in the sod. Be friends to each other, forgive one another, seek God in each other, be beggars to God. They sang and played the gypsy song wherever they were sent. To some it seemed a dancing tune, to some a sad lament. But to every heart that heard it true, a tear became a smile, and a pauper or a prince became a gypsy for a while. Make love to each other, be free with each other, be prisoners of love till you lie in the sod. Be friends to each other, forgive one another, seek God in each other, be beggars to God. Make love to each other, be free with each other, be prisoners of love till you lie in the sod. Be friends to each other, forgive one another, seek God in each other, be beggars to God. I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall, so fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit for a while, there is a fair maid in this town who's surely beguiled. With ruby lips and bonny charms, I own she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Near Banbridge town in the county down, one morning last July, down a Bowring Green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, sure shook myself. See, she was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, I shook my head, and I thought with a feeling rare. And I says I, to a passerby, who's a maid with a nut brown hair. He smiles at me, and he says he, that's the gem of old Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. At the harvest fair, she'll be surely there, so I'll dress in my finest clothes, with my shoes shone bright, my hat cocked right for a smile from a nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my plough is a rust-colored brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside is the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. Oh, all the comrades there I've had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts there I've had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should go and you should not, I'll gently rise, I'll softly call, good night and joy be with you all. When I was a lad on the Emerald Isle, I heard many stories, both lovely and wild, about the great dragons and monsters that be, that swallow the ships as they sail on the sea. Though I was an artist with canvas and paint, sailed with St. Brendan and his jolly saints. We told the good people goodbye for a while as we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. We'd been on the ocean for 94 days. We came to a spot where the sea was ablaze. Those demons from Hades were dancing for glee and burning the sailors alive on the sea. St. Brendan, he walked on the blistering waves, threw all those demons right back in their caves. And all of the saints wore a heavenly smile as we sailed to St. Brendan's fair isle. Fair isle, we sailed to St. Brendan's fair isle. One night, while the brethren were lying asleep, a great dragon came up from under the deep. He thundered and lightened and made a great din. He awakened St. Brendan and all of his men. That dragon came on with his mouth open wide. He threw in a cross and the great dragon died. We skinned him and cooked him and feasted a while as we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. And when we came on to that beautiful land, we kicked off our shoes and we walked in the sand. We took our long bows and we killed us a bull. We roasted him up and had hot Irish stew. And after a while we were singing this song when we noticed the island was moving along. Well, we ate and we sang and we rode in high style as we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Now Brendan says, boys, this is much to my wish. We ride on the back of the world's biggest fish. Hold fast to that rope that is pulling our ship. We'll need it someday if this fish takes a dip. We sailed every ocean, we sailed every sea, we sailed every place that a sailor could be. In 44 days we sailed 10 million miles as we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Fair isle. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. The Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, will you go to the Highlands with me? Will ye go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, my pride and my darling to be? Will you go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, Will you go to the Highlands with me? Will ye go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, my pride and my darling to be? Will I go to the Highlands with you, sir? I'm afraid that never can be, for I know not the land that you come from, or even the name you go with. Will you go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay? Will you go to the Highlands with me? Will ye go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, my pride and my darling to be? Now, lassie, I think you know little if you say that you do not know me, for my name is Lord Ronald MacDonald, a chieftain of high degree. So will you go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay? Will you go to the Highlands with me? Will ye go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, my pride and my darling to be? So she's taken her skirt of green satin and tilted it up to the knee, and she's gone with Lord Ronald MacDonald, his bride and his darling to be. Get up, Leezie Lindsay. You've lain o'er long in the day, for ye should have been helping me mother at milking the yows and the kies. Then slowly rose Leezie Lindsay, and a small tear came to her eye, saying, if I were in Edinburgh City, then the Highlands would ne'er see me. Will you go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay? Will you go to the Highlands with me? Will ye go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, my pride and my darling to be? So he's taken her to a high mountain and bade her look out to the sea, saying, I'm lord of these lands and these islands, my wife and my darling are ye. Will you go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay? Will you go to the Highlands with me? Will ye go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, my pride and my darling to be? Will you go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay? Will you go to the Highlands with me? Will ye go to the Highlands, Leezie Lindsay, my pride and my darling to be? My pride and my darling to be. I once took a job as a coachman. Me money was paid in advance. I then took a trip down to London. From there I crossed over to France. There I met a charming young lady who addressed me and said with a smile, "Young man, I'm in need of a coachman to drive me in the old-fashioned style." Oh, she was such a charming young lady, and a lady of highest renown. And I, being a dashing young coachman, I drove her 10 times round the town. She then took me down in the cellar and filled me with whiskey so quick. I hadn't been there many moments when she asked for a look at me whip. She held it, she viewed it a moment, and then laid it down with a smile. "Young man, by the look and the length of your slash, you could drive the best part of 10 miles. Oh, she was such a charming young lady, and a lady of highest renown. And I, being a dashing young coachman, I drove her 10 times round the town." She bid me get up to the chase box, so I climbed right up to the seat. 3 swishes I gave with me cracker and drove her straight down the high street. I handled my whip with good judgment until I was up to her ways. But the very first turn that I gave on the wheel, I broke the mainspring on her chase. Oh, she was such a charming young lady, and a lady of highest renown. And I, being a dashing young coachman, I drove her 10 times round the town. When my mistress grew tired or grew weary, she'd call me to stop for a rest. Then she'd shout for her serving maid Sally, the girl that I loved second best. "Now Sally, we've got a good coachman. He understands driving in style. While the spring on me chase is repairing, I'll let him drive you for a while." Oh, she was such a charming young lady, and a lady of highest renown. And I, being a dashing young coachman, I drove her 10 times round the town. Oh, she was such a charming young lady, and a lady of highest renown. And I, being a dashing young coachman, I drove her 10 times. Was it 15 or 20? I drove her 10 times around the town. On a bright summer's evening I chanced to go roving. Down by the clear river I rollicked along, when I heard an old man making sad lamentations, who's rocking a baby that's none of his own. Oh, I rue the day ever I married. How I wish I was single again, with this weeping and wailing and rockin' the cradle and rockin' this baby that's none of my own. When first that I married your inconstant mother, I thought myself lucky to be blessed with a wife. But for my misfortune, sure I was mistaken. She's proved both a curse and a plague on my life. Oh, I rue the day ever I married. How I wish I was single again, with this weeping and wailing and rockin' the cradle and rockin' this baby that's none of my own. Now while I'm at my work, my wife goes out a-rantin' with some other young man. And the innocent laddie, he calls me his daddy, but little he knows that he's none of my own. Oh, I rue the day ever I married. How I wish I was single again, with this weeping and wailing and rockin' the cradle and rockin' this baby that's none of my own. So come all you young men that's inclined to get married, be sure and leave them flash girls alone. For by the Lord Harry, if you ever should marry, they'll leave you with a baby that's none of your own. Oh, I rue the day ever I married. How I wish I was single again, with this weeping and wailing and rockin' the cradle and rockin' this baby that's none of my own. Oh, I rue the day ever I married. How I wish I was single again, with this weeping and wailing and rockin' the cradle and rockin' this baby that's none of my own. As I walked by the dockside one evening so fair, to view the still water and take the night air, I heard an old fisherman singing this song. Won't you take me away, boys, my time is not long. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the dock I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green. Now Fiddlers Green is a place I heard tell, where the sailors all go if they don't go to hell, where the weather is fair and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Finland is far, far away. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more on the dock I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green, where the weather is clear and there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with a swish of their tail, where you lie at your leisure, there's no work to do. And the captain's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in the oilskin jumper, no more on the dock I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green. When you get to the dock and the long trip is through, there's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too, where the girls are all pretty and beer it is free, and there's bottles of rum growing from every tree. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more on the dock I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green. Now I don't want a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a ship and the good rolling sea. I'll play me old squeeze box as we sail along, with the wind in the rigging to sing me this song. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more on the dock I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more on the dock I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers